What's up, everyone? Just doing a quick review of the new Berean Standard Bible. This is the second edition. The first edition was known as the Berean Study Bible, but they changed the name to Berean Standard Bible, which was a good move in my opinion, because there was a lot of confusion around the name. People were thinking that it was a study Bible with notes, but that wasn't the case. Anyways, I have the second edition here in front of me. There are a few different releases. There is the hardcovers that come in red, blue, and green. The calfskins, which are Atlantic, red, and brown. I'm not sure if brown is the actual name for it, but it looks like a brown. And then there's the bondeds, which are black, merlot, white, and this is the rebinder's book block, which we'll look at in a second. And for size comparison, I have the first edition right here as well. Anyways, just jumping right in. The hardcovers do not have any gilding. The calfskins do, and the bondage do as well. I did notice that the hardcovers have a wider ribbon. It's a single-sided satin. The bondeds and calves have a narrower ribbon, but there's 3 of them versus the 1 of the hardcover. I'm guessing they put narrower ribbons just because of the width of the text block. The text block, actually the Bible itself is 8.5 by 6 by 1.25 inches. Those are the dimensions. It's a lot smaller than the original Berean Study Bible. The stamping is done well. It's nice and clean on the spine. Not too much clutter, Berean Standard. I'm really glad they changed the name because there was a lot of confusion with the original release. Anyways, the dimensions are all the same on all of them. There is no yap on any of them. Just a smidge of yap, but I don't even think that's considered a yap, to be honest. The paper is 39 GSM now versus the original's 45 GSM, and it looks fine to me. It's not there's not too much bleed through, as you can see there. It always looks worse on camera, by the way, but the font is I forgot the font size now. I think the original was a 10.5. I'd have to go back and check it out, but I can leave the details in the comments. I'll also leave a link to purchase all these in the comments as well. I've spoken about the translation itself on our Facebook groups and online. The translation is a new translation from scratch from the original languages, and it is halfway between dynamic and word for word. I'd say it's closer to word for word. It is traditional in the sense that they keep some of the traditional renderings and words like behold, shall. Sorry, I'm not doing this with a tripod. I can't find the tripod. My son has taken it and it's disappeared into the black hole of his room. But yeah, they keep behold, shall. They even have unto at times, which is really nice for those who like traditional. It is very smooth, and I'd say it lands somewhere in between the NASB / New King James and the CSB. In my opinion, it's just as readable as the CSB for those who are, English as a second language or, a lower grade reading level. I use this translation with my kids because they understand most of it anyways. And yeah, it's really good. It does some of the things that I love, which is deity caps for God. Capitalizes God's pronouns, which is something I like. I prefer. It's not really anything major, but it's just a preference thing, really. They also, I believe they use italics for supplied words. I could be mistaken about that. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to double check that as well. This is just a fly by the seat of my pants review. I just wanted people to have a look and know what the physical copy looks like, but I'll clarify the details in the comments. But yeah, they do a lot that the NASB does and the New King James does that I like. I'm not sure if they bold Old Testament quotes, but I think that there was some sort of identification that they're quoting Old Testament in the New Testament. Anyways, so yeah, 39 GSM versus the original 45, which I have right here, and I can show you for comparison real quick. Sorry, I'm also doing this in my son's room since the baby is sleeping upstairs and I don't want to wake him up. So I'm not too sure if you can see this well, but the paper is similar. 45 GSM to 39 GSM isn't that much of a leap. The font size is a little smaller, but obviously they had to do that to make it fit on the dimensions. It is the same pagination as the original, so you'll get the same pages where they land. Let me just show you real quick here. 340, 340. So it's basically just a shrunken copy of the original. The dimensions are smaller, but they're actually the same ratio wise. If you can see that there, everything is exactly the same. The notes are the same. Oh, the BSB notes I gotta speak on, because the BSB's translator notes are the best translator notes aside from NET, obviously. Many know about the NET. The NET's notes are world class and there's nothing like it. But I'd say the first normal translation with good translation notes is the New King James, which is my favorite, but the BSB footnotes are right in second place, in my opinion. Now, I'm no scholar, so I'm not qualified, but I have read through this translation and the translator notes are amazing. They've got a lot of stuff packed in there, so you can follow through and know what's going on. As far as references go, cross-references, they do have some cross-references, but mainly, from what I've noticed, the cross-references are actual Old Testament will cross-reference where it appears in the New Testaments and vice versa. But yeah, the translator notes are awesome in the BSB. So anyways, quick look at what they have. They have the green and blue and red hardcovers. I have seen some people comment that they would have loved a green calfskin or bonded, but that didn't happen this time. The Atlantic here is the most talked about from what I've seen online, and it is in person. It is a dark blue. It's almost like a dark bluish gray, but it's touted as blue-green. I hate to say it, but it's almost a dark petrol. And for anyone that knows, I'm not a fan of petrol, but this is a darker version, so it doesn't count, and I don't hate it. I actually love this. This is really nice. It's more blue than green, but it's not the petrol that we've seen before, that dead zombie skin color. Anyways, that's that. So the bondeds are bonded leather from Cromwell. I don't know if anyone remembers the original NET. The original NET Bible was made by Cromwell, and the bonded leather that they used was by them. So as far as bonded leathers go, this is the best bonded leather you can get. It looks like it's a stamped grain from the looks of it. This is the Merlot that I'm holding in my hand. It's a really nice color. It's a purplish brown. And yeah, it feels really good. They're all paper liners, which is something I should mention. They are all paper liners. Even the calfskins are paper lined. Hopefully in the upcoming editions they will make leather lined editions, which would be really nice because they just last longer and they hold up better over time. But these are well done for paste downs anyways. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm just trying to think, am I missing anything? Oh yes, big thing. So they Bible Hub, the producers of the Berean Standard Translation, have made a rebinders block. So they've made a edition available for rebinders specifically in mind, and it's just a block, and it does have rounded corners, but it doesn't have gilding. It's the same block as the hardcover, let's say. The difference between this and the hardcover block would be the rounded corners, while the hardcovers have pointed corners. So hopefully in future printings or future editions, if they want to do the same idea, they will get gold gilding. That's my only real complaint in these new editions, is that the rebinders block is left ungilded, which I think is a mistake, because the gilding goes a long way for the beauty of the Bible. And if you're getting it rebound, you're going to be paying top dollar for nice leather, and you want that gilding. You don't want to go out and spend an extra whatever it costs, $100, $50 for gilding. I mean, I guess at the same time, if you wanted to have it gilded, you can gild it whatever you want at that point. But for most people, they just rather have it gold and then do under art gilding, red, blue, purple, whatever they want. So yeah, this is also 39 GSM. Obviously, it's the same thing. Paper lined as well. But if you're having it rebound, that's not a problem, because you can just toss in a leather liner and make it your own. So that's a cool option that they have. That's the same price as the hardcovers. They're both $24.99 at bereanbible.com/shop. I'll leave the link in the comment section for purchase. These are $24.99. The bondeds are $49.99, I believe, and the calfskins are $89.99. The calfskin, speaking on the calfskins, the calfskin is actually really nice. The calfskin feels great in the hand. It's a thick, soft, plush calfskin. It would have felt better with a leather liner, of course, and it would have felt nicer. But to be honest, for a paper-lined leather Bible, this feels amazing. I'm pleasantly surprised at the outcome of these calfskins. And the color choices are done well as well. Apparently people want a green leather, so I don't know what green they would like. This is looking a little blue in my camera for some reason, but it's green. It's just straight crayon green. I would think if they're going to make a leather version of it, it would be a little darker green, but leave your comments below and let me know what you'd like to see from them in the future, and future printings, future editions. And that's basically it for my review. This is just a quick overview and a quick look at it. The translation itself is available on the YouVersion Bible app if you want to have a look and see if you like the translation. I love the translation. I use it with my family. It's understandable. It's traditional. It keeps the original Hebrew and Greek pronouns where they are. And for me, that's important. It's personal preference in the end. I wouldn't say it's more accurate, because that might not be the case. But me personally, I like for it to say man where it says man. And not just because, like, you know, agenda. I'm not thinking anything agenda-wise, but I like when it says man just because it sounds more powerful. It sounds more classic. It's in the line of the King James sounding, you know, powerful. I feel like translations lose a bit just in the sound alone, not so much accuracy, but just in the sound alone when it's, you know, follow me and I will make you fishers of people versus fishers of men, for example. But again, that's just preference, so no big deal there. Anyways, so you have your view. This is another one that people are talking about a lot, the white one. To be honest, I didn't think it would get the recognition that it did, but this is apparently being sold a lot, and it's really nice, and it looks really good with the gold gilding. The gold ribbons and the gold gilding and the white just look sharp. But yeah, that's my look at the new Berean Standard Bible. This is the second edition from Bible Hub, and I will leave all the links below for purchase. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.